meeting of the SAP Student User Group. Tonight's kind of a special night if you are interested in pursuing a position of leadership, interested in a great opportunity for professional networking and professional development. We are doing our Eboard elections tonight. Following our Eboard elections, we're going to be going over the second part of the main produce cycles. So, little heads up about what's going to happen in the coming weeks. So next week we're actually doing a presentation on human capital management.
For the supply chain management. And then there I was working as the team lead. Like initially I started as a fresher there. Like after my MBA I got placed in the company, and then I started slow, but then initially as I started working, and then there was a situation where a critical situation came, and then we dealt it very well. So I was promoted as a team lead for the master data management module. So after that, when I was working, and then I got to know about CMU, that how it is, and mainly I got to know it because of the SAP University Alliance program and the concentration, the top 10. So I got really influenced through this.
All right. Well, you guys. Yeah, I came prepared. All right, so I'm Gawryk. I'm a logistics major and an IS minor. So I kind of picked this position because I see Max up here all the time, and I really don't mind public speaking. That's kind of the first reason I picked it. Also, I'm involved in other areas on campus. My fraternity, I've been on the philanthropy committee for the past 2 years, and this year we've raised $32,000 so far between two events. I'm not yet TERP certified, but I will be in May, hopefully. And also,
hi guys, my name is Myla Quinn, but I do go by Tina. That's easy, you just call me Tina. Yeah, so I'm running for treasurer. Experience I've had in the past, one, I'm a finance minor, so that's kind of like right up my alley. I've always found it really fun to kind of, deal with the financial portion of it. I've done fundraisers in the past. I'm part of the Asian Cultural Organization. In the past, I was their treasurer, president, and their student advisor. So we've done a lot of fundraisers with them. I'm looking for a cosplay cafe. This past fundraiser, we're doing international.
So I'm running for social media chair because, first of all, I have experience with social media, and I held historian chair 2 years ago for Asian Cultural Organization, and this year I'm the PR chair, and I've been reaching out to a lot of organizations on campus and off campus in Michigan and like everywhere during in the Midwest area, and I've had a lot of connections with not only organization on this campus, but different schools too. So I'm pretty sure I can do like a really good job networking. And
when you run MRP, the plan order will come out, and this is part of the production module per se.
So when we were talking about MRP last week, there's a couple different outputs from MRP. So if you're on the procurement side and you're purchasing it, the output's going to be a purchase requisition, right? So in the production process, the output of MRP is the plan order.
And then you can further turn the plan order into a production order. When you do that, the availability check will happen through the production planning module. It'll verify that you have the materials and the capacity in order to create the materials that you need. And then in materials management, it's going to create a reservation for the material and the purchase requisition in production order.
Alright, so for schedule and release, we have the production planning and material management right there, right? So during the release, availability and capacity are checked to ensure they're available for the production order. Just like he said, they're going to make sure, the system's going to make sure that there's both the material available as well as the capacity to produce.
And then after that, you're going to do a goods issue. This is when you issue the goods into production. The materials issued from inventory go into the production order. That is the materials are being drawn out of your inventory and going into the production order. Warehouse management, if it's active, the movement and recording of the material change from the material being a raw material to being into production. In financial accounting, you're going to have an expense in the debit account from your manufacturing, and you're going to credit your inventory. And then controlling and the management side, you're going to debit the production order for the material expense.
All right, so manufacturing execution, what is that? That's simply making it, right? That's you actually producing.
That's the easy part.
Yep. So completion confirmation. So in manufacturing execution, this is the confirmation labor and quantity, right? And controlling, you have the document. The controlling, you have the documentation of the value of labor that's consumed by the cost center. So an example of transaction there would be a debit to the production order and a credit to the production cost center.
Yeah, when you're doing the, when you're putting materials into something to create finished goods, and that's how you create value. You sell that finished good, but you can't do it without a labor cost and the quantity cost of how many of the materials you're using. So that's when, as soon as you're done with the completion, you have to record what sort of costs, whether it's labor hours. Can't remember the term for it, but there's different types of things that you can use or measure to how much that those sort of labor hours might cost to along with production. 40 cents or something.
Right, and when you're taking the TERP 10, a big part of it is the circle if you're on the board, the heart in Max's case, because you got to get in there, it's pretty cool. A big part of it is this circle, right? But an equally large part is understanding what actually happens in the background in those postings. So look at these slides and kind of go through this process and kind of get in your head, all right, this is the process, and I remember the process, but what actually happens in the accounting side? Because that's probably the larger part and the larger importance of what the TERP 10 is going to be focusing on.
Right, and I'm sure you guys have seen some of this during 301 as well, and after you done memorizing, burning the stuff in your head, and like, wow, I'm never going to have to see this again. You will, most definitely, during the TERP 10. All right, goods receipt. This is when you receive the goods out of production. You are confirming the materials from the manufacturing execution process. You were recording the quantity of goods received during the materials management. Warehouse management, you get a receipt for the movement of goods out of production. Financial accounting, you're going to debit your finished goods inventory because that inventory is going to go up of the goods that you're done producing, and then you're going to credit the settlement from the production order. As you credit the production order settlement, also in controlling, you're going to be able to credit the production order for the cost of the production. And then order settlement in financial accounting, you're going to record the value of the balance within the order to offset the variance account. This one really kind of threw me off in 301 because your production variance, you could either be hopefully adding value through the goods that you're making, or you could even be like losing value too. So, and then in controlling, you're also going to debit or credit that production order too for the value of the goods that you created.
All right, kind of a short presentation, but again, it was a continuation from last week. That'd be great. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.